with the president's domestic legacy at stake. I should hope he's tracking this closely. He's spending a lot of time on it. Tell us about it.
Yeah, exactly, Eric. He does know his legacy is at stake here, and he really is sweating the details. So, for example, one White House official said the other day that the president remarked, hey, did we get Wave A and Wave B in? Well, what's a Wave A and a Wave B? That refers to the technical fixes, the set of about 30 or so components for each scheduled round of fixes. So he's getting daily briefings throughout the day, and each day ends with a walk that the president and Chief of Staff Dennis McDonough take around the White House South Lawn. It's sort of their regular wrap meeting, and that's full of updates on the day's progress on getting Healthcare.gov up and working for the majority of users. Then the president goes back to the Oval Office. He gets a briefing book with all the details from the day's fixes that he takes back to the residents for some late night reading. And then every Thursday there's a meeting that the president has in the Roosevelt Room. Vice President Joe Biden is there. Jeff Zients is there. He's the turnaround guy, the management expert that the White House brought in to get the site fixed, to coordinate with government officials and all the various contractors that are working on it. At a meeting a couple weeks ago, the president, he was really trying to get into the details and get people thinking bigger picture. So, for example, Jeff Zients was briefing, and they were talking about why people weren't completing their applications. And so the president said, well, let's think beyond the technicalities here and the technical problems, but hey, is it too confusing? Do people need to get a phone call followed up? So he's getting some of his get out the vote, community organizing mindset into these meetings as well.
Juliana, based on what we know now about the rollout of Healthcare.gov, it seems crazy that the president would have set a November 30th deadline to fix it. Why did he do that?
So he did it pretty reluctantly. I think one of the issues was that they really did not want to set expectations as high as they did for October 1st. Remember, the president had been saying, hey, this website, it's going to work. It's going to be, buying insurance is going to be like shopping on Amazon or shopping for flights and trips on Kayak. And so the president wanted them to be very, very conservative. Jeff Zients, he started on October 18th, Eric, and then he spent the next 6 days putting an assessment together for the president that he handed to him in the Oval Office on October 24th. A group of other senior advisors were there, and the main headline from that assessment was, this is fixable. The website did not need to go down. He outlined a series of fixes, which he called a punch list, that he said could get done by November 30th. And so even though the president, he wanted to be conservative, he was persuaded by the end of this meeting, and then Jeff Zients went out the next day and announced that deadline.
Very briefly, Juliana, do we have any idea what it's going to look like, what Healthcare.gov is going to look like by this Friday?
So one White House official said, look, do we still expect that there's going to be anchors sitting at their desks and showing the difficulties in signing up to Healthcare.gov? Yes. But right now what they're saying is the error rate is under 1% compared to 6% what it was like on October 1st. There's a queue system now that's going to be in place, so the site can deal with about 50,000 users at the same time. So if you try and get on, if it's overloaded there, you can put your name in and be part of a queue system to get an email then when the site is fixed. But you know what the true test might be of this is when we see Katy Perry tweeting out Healthcare.gov's website and promoting it to her 48 million Twitter followers, Eric.